everyone. Thanks for waiting. Sorry for the wait here. I've been live for like over 30 minutes and just finally got a match, but it does look like a pretty cool table. So I'm just about to jump into just another normal BGA arena game. So let me just get over to that. We can take a look at the setup. Yeah, so we've got chickens here, and Not the Lesser, which is really cool, and then Tharndl. Don't actually know how to pronounce Tharn's full username, but they've been waiting with me for the table for quite a while. So it should be pretty strong table overall. They're all really solid players. Cool. So what do we got here? In terms of pass tiles, I've got no dwelling scoring, no TP scoring, and we're also missing cult coins. Okay, cult coins can live without. TP scoring, no trading post scoring, and no trading post event until round 6. So really kind of suggests most factions aren't going to be building those out till later. Otherwise, most factions don't really care about the trading post scoring too much, other than like Swarmlings definitely rely on it for scoring. I think most other factions can kind of live without it a bit easier. Got both of the shipping pass tiles in, both temp ship and ship VP. And I've been, which there's been quite a bit of Fakir's play on this map. And I've been having some fun with some Fakir's games, but I find like Fakirs and Dwarves are like pretty tricky when like both of these pass tiles are in. If like one's in, it can be fine, but it makes it pretty annoying there. If your Dwarves or Fakirs having 2 pass tiles that you basically can't use other than for some power. In terms of big buildings, we can build them in rounds 4 and 5 on the track, or the other option is factions can just like build it earlier than that. Build their stronghold, like if they want it earlier, if you're like Darklings and you want to sanctuary out earlier and just try to score off the past house. So there's actually some flexibility in terms of like being a stronghold faction and getting a stronghold out fairly early, or just sort of like waiting until later. Temples into town event and dig event. These aren't apt to be particularly high scoring. Like, I mean, maybe Swarmlings squeaks out of town in round 2. It can be pretty tricky. No one's really gonna like advance dig or anything by round 3. Darklings might be able to dig a couple of times if they're in. But otherwise, I think these events are mainly interesting from the cult rewards perspective. Basically, you've got stacked Earth cults in round 2 and 3. Darklings like this. Dwarves actually really like to see this. Of course, cultists can get pretty far up Earth. They might even be able to like double Earth Spade going into round 3, get a bunch of coins. So the cult rewards are actually pretty strong here. Let's take a look. I do tend to favor a nicer color wheel. I'm just going to grab something so we can take a look here. So we've got Swarmlings, Alchemists, Dwarves. Kind of suggests a yellow faction. Not really a huge Nomads fan. I just haven't had a lot of luck with them on this map. Don't want to throw in something that's green. Dwarves, it's kind of interesting that someone picked them. Not the Lesser tossed them in. None of these factions I'm like super stoked to play. Again, like Swarmlings, there's no TP pass tile. Dwarves are kind of tricky here with both of these in. Alchemists I'm not super comfortable with on this map. Their opening can be kind of tricky. Although I guess they probably get temp ship and second seat, so as long as they can get a single spade, they can open temple 2 dwellings. Do I just do my normal thing where I throw in cultists? It'd be kind of annoying to alchemists. They're kind of sandwiched, but it's sandwiched against Swarmlings. It's going to make kind of a funky color wheel, but I'm just throwing in a faction I'm familiar with. It's kind of interesting because based on the color wheel, it kind of suggests Dwarves have some play here. Like most other factions, most setups, if there's sort of a 3 in a row, like whatever faction is sort of on the other end of that 3 in a row is apt to like be bid first. But dwarves can be a bit tricky on this map to begin with, and then yeah, with these pass tiles in, it's not clear they'll be bid down a ton. That's interesting. It's cool that Chickens just wants to jump into dwarves. I think I like cultists here for a bit. There's a decent amount of play with black on this map. It's a decent map for black. The track isn't great for alchemists. The pass tiles aren't amazing for alchemists either. I'm not really sure what their game plan would be. They probably just open a temple because alchemists tend to want like Earth 1, and they hit the track by doing it. They probably take temp ship, assuming cultists take well, it's actually hard to say. As cultists, do you take the spade or do you just grab the 2 workers and go double temple? Which means alchemists can still have temp ship if they want, or maybe a spade if cultists give it to them. It's tricky. I'm just going to bid on cultists for a little bit. I'm guessing probably cultists take a spade because it's good, and if they can get a worker action, then they'll just open double temple and just spade something and leave it brown if it's safe to do so. And then alchemists probably take temp ship over 2 workers, although that's kind of weird. I just feel like the good thing about temp ship here with alchemists is they can basically single dig and still have an okay round. They can temple 3 dwellings with a single spade. I guess the priest does the same thing for them though. They can just upgrade shipping and get a single spade. Although they have less power and it takes them an extra turn to do so. So there's some utility in having temp ship, because you could basically just open single spade and build a dwelling, or open single spade and decline build, and like you've pretty much locked down the fact that you can like, you can get a temple, you can take Earth 1 if you want it. Yeah, there's sort of some security in temp ship here. But I think everyone gets a good pass tile. Dwarves probably just take like whichever of priests, 2 workers, or worker power are sort of given to them. Yeah, it's hard to say how these pass tiles are going to break down actually. Like there's a weird world where like cultists take spade, alchemists take temp ship, dwarves take worker power, and swarmlings get big building in first seat. And then swarmlings probably just end like stronghold temple, and they like dig stuff next round, the following round. So they probably use their power for like, I don't know, a priest action. Like they could try to get something like that. How else could this break down? Cultists maybe take the big building. They want to go double temple, and they're super friendly to alchemists and just give them a spade. Dwarves then take the priest. First priest to Earth is pretty good for dwarves. Swarmlings get worker power. That could happen. Yeah, priest to Earth is pretty juicy. Especially with like dwarves, a priest to Earth, they start at 2. A priest to Earth gets them to 5. And then they take either Earth 2 or Earth 1. The cool thing about the first priest to Earth with dwarves is that they can take Earth 1 and still get 2 spades at the end of this round. The priests that they generate through their round 1 temple and round 2, they just send to a 2 spot. So they start at 2. First priest to Earth takes them to 5. Earth 1 brings them to 6. Second priest to 8. And then they just have like sick call rewards here. The call rewards are actually pretty good for dwarves. Late workers, kind of awkward scoring. If this were any other map, I'd actually be like pretty... what's going on here? Yeah, they'd just like lock in 2 spades and 8 coins for themselves, a bunch of power for going up the track, and then they just try to get like a 3 spot on fire or air, which probably they don't, but I don't know. They probably just send the rest of their priests at that point to one of those cults just for like later workers. Dwarves are good on this map. They're good? Good might be a stretch. I think they're probably better than people give them credit. Like, I think people are just generally intimidated to play dwarves on this map because there's been like a lot of talk early in the season that just like dwarves are bad. And I think part of that is just like a little over exaggerated. But I wouldn't say that, I don't think that they're good per se. Way better than CM. Yeah, you say, maybe, I don't know. Chickens has just jumped into swarmlings. I actually kind of like a bit on swarmlings here. I think that's smart. They're way better than CM. Yeah, I don't mind CM on this map as much as other people do. I don't know, but I've been in a bit of a Chaos Magician's kick these days, and I'm just like enjoying playing them quite a bit. I mean, they are a tricky faction to play when they have, depending on how the color wheel works. It's pretty easy for them to get boxed in here, although I've seen Chaos have some surprisingly good games where they build like 11 or 12 structures, but they just carve out like a couple towns still somehow. Like if Grey's in the game and they just like carve this stuff out as a sanctuary town and they expand to here and take some hexes and carve out a late second town with another like late stronghold and play well in the cults and hit past tiles and stuff. I don't know. They can get boxed in, yeah. For sure. It's really hard for them to like if Grey isn't in the game and they can start here and take C4 and then manage to like 2-ship down to here and get this stuff, it's like so sick. But this map so often, like engineers or fakirs are in this map pretty quickly, so trying to get this stuff and anything over here at the same time is like pretty tricky. And this is kind of a trap start spot for Chaos. So I guess I should look at starting spots here. I just started bidding on Swarmlings because they're Swarmlings at 28 points. Probably Dwarves here, Alchemists here, Cultists here. So Dwarves get some Leech. Maybe Cultists here. Probably Alchemists here. Probably Alchemists, Cultists, Dwarves. Sorry, I'm just plugging my computer in. I do this like on every stream. And then Dwarves, I don't know where else Dwarves start here. E6, I think. Here. So maybe that brings Brown over here, actually, as opposed to here. And so Swarmlings have to start here to get a neighbor, unless Alchemists come over here. Oh, Dwarves might start here. So Swarmlings might have to start E4. So I think Swarmlings puts their first structure on F8, sees where everyone else places. If for some reason like Alchemists start C5 or Dwarves here or something, then they do like want to do like something over here. Otherwise, they just go E4 and get a bunch of Leech from Alchemists and Cultists and leave their stronghold. I think that's the play. I think you get a good pass tile. I think you probably just open Stronghold Temple. as opposed to trying to take double dig and opening stronghold, 2 dwellings, trading post, which I find I prefer to play with Swarmlings, but I'm not rushing a temple immediately. But cultists are in, so early priest production is good, and it hits the track a little bit better. You're not hitting a town round 2 if you temple round 1. So still lots of interest in cultists. Are they getting bid too much here? I guess there's no pressure on yellows. Could just dig first round to get a neighbor in the west. I don't see where they would dig to get a neighbor in the west. Yeah, I'm not seeing what starting spot you mean. Could dig. Like if cultists start here and you don't have alchemists, they could start here and dig here to give themselves a neighbor. East. Oh, I see. Like probably that's what you mean. Like cultists are here, black. This black is empty, and they start here. They could just like open with double dig and get over here. Yeah. Yep. That seems good. Our Swarmlings, our cultist actually 13 points better than Swarmlings. What's cultist's game plan? Well, it's me, so double temple, earth 1, fire 1. Probably take the spade and try to get the workers because I'm greedy. Get a bunch of leech, start here and here. Abuse the ship BP, build a white sanctuary for water 1. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to pay for cultists. So much to pay for cultists. Alchemists could double temple, they could. I think it's gotta be. Really. Love Swarmlings here a ton, but I don't know. Yeah. Alchemists could leverage some ship scoring. Shipping doesn't get them a ton. If you're here, 3 ship gets you 2 hexes. With some strategically placed digs, you can... Who was it who had like a nutty alchemist game on this map? It was... pretty sure it was AJ. Pretty sure who had like a nutty alchemist game like... I think it was like maybe a month ago or something. Where he had some like strategically placed digs and did some shipping stuff and like got this and dug this and got down here and here. Yeah. But otherwise I find like alchemists on this map seem to really like need to prioritize a lot of spades. They can't just abuse shipping. Because like 1 shipping and 2 spades get you from on these hexes like down to there and down to there. Well, I think before I said I liked cultists 13 points more than Swarmlings here. I mean, they probably score like 24 to 27 track points. And then alchemists are just sitting there for 30. They're kind of sandwiched. super not getting anything here at a good price. Who else has been bidding on Swarmlings? Yeah, it's a lot for cultists. I mean, alchemists aren't 20 points worse than cultists. Swarmlings, it's going to be hard to get this pass tile. Unless dwarves take it. No, unless cultists take it. Okay, so I guess it could happen. If cultists take it, then it's possible to get it going into round 2. I feel like Swarmlings still are good by another point here. Dwarves actually better than Swarmlings here. How would I play dwarves here? Start with a priest or worker power. You start here. You have 2 neighbors, if not 3. Huh. Am I warming 2 dwarves here? I think if it comes... Okay, now they've bid down dwarves a little bit more. Sorry, I'm like the most inconsistent auctioneer, because it just takes me so long to see lines here. Alright. I think I just go F8 and see what other people do, and as long as I have a neighbor. Hey Kiwi, thanks for joining. I think dwarves have a decent game plan. They get, they have a good starting tile. They probably just get to take all this stuff. Well, they definitely do. Like literally, no one's going to take any of this, and so they can jump to these. That's interesting that cultists go F6. I guess the concern is that if cultists go here, Matt would be thinking that alchemists just start here and then get to take this stuff. Because if alchemists are here and you are here and here, then you just get to come here later anyhow. But I mean, I don't know where else alchemists would start right now other than E3. So who do you guys think won the auction? I feel like, whoa, huh. Why would you place it on F7? I've seen Darklings go here and do like an action 5 priest double dig E7 against Swarmling's first actions, but alchemists can't really do that. Even if they get this spade bonus, like what are they gonna do? 3 worker dig? I mean, it would be annoying for me, but because these hexes are pretty good for Swarmlings. Swarmlings can expand up here and stuff later if they want. Yeah, but who do you guys think won the auction? I think cultists are probably overbid here. Cultists are winning now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, cultists can just take this and this at their leisure. They just temple up here. This is all really chill for them. This is just a nice little sanctuary town. Unless I start on e4 for some reason and try to take e3 from them. It's not actually very good for swarmlings because then they need to dig this and it's just ugly. But cultists probably just get all this. Nice sanctuary town. They just get over here and expand whenever they want. So options here are probably our h4 and h6, I think. H6 means I have to dig g3, which is kind of annoying to dwarves, but actually not that annoying because they're probably just going to connect around here. And then, you know, they still tunnel to f5 from here. How are these pass tiles breaking down? e4 is the best leech. Yeah, it is the best leech. And then I just leave a stronghold. a6 to troll. Yeah. I don't even know if it's that much of a troll. How are these pass tiles breaking down? I have 35 seconds. Cultists. I think I just do this. And I'll be right back. One sec. Wire doors on e6. Not really sure. Yeah, that's a good point. They can just could get a lot of leech. I mean, they lose this probably to me, but they would still like be able to jump over here. I don't know. I guess maybe as like a starting hex, this isn't going to be part of a town for them probably. Not that that would necessarily stop me, but so chickens just gets a okay, these pastels broke down really strange. So dwarves got a spade in second seat. That's pretty fun. Cultists didn't take big building or spade. They just took the priest. Anyhow, I'm just taking worker power. Yeah. I think this is fine. And then where am I upgrading? Unless I want to double dig for some reason. Which I think I will want to. Taking double dig from the table seems important. I think taking this hex and this hex are pretty important. Probably the leech party is happening over here. I don't imagine I'm getting actually any leech, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna upgrade right here, just in case I can get some more power. be really nice if Alchemist upgraded next to me, although I don't see really why they... Yeah. I mean, I did upgrade there on the off chance that they would do this, but I totally feel like it was wishful thinking. So I'm going to take double dig. I want 5. Sorry, my Swarmling's math is really bad. If I take double dig, can I build 1 dwelling, leave 1 empty, and still end with a temple? I would need to build a stronghold for 5, build a dwelling, 7, 10 workers. Yeah, so I have enough for 1 dwelling and a temple. And then how many coins do I need? 8, 17. So I need a coin, which I have. Okay, just do this. Oh, right, I have worker power, which is why I have the workers to do this. So there's 1 spade left in the round. So it's possible that like dwarves will just single dig right now. I mean, they have a bonus spade, but I played a number of games with Danny as Swarmlings and done some like kind of silly things. I think he's thinking I'm... Here's your chance at redemption. Yeah, it is a great table after so like a long wait. Tharn was... We were just chatting a little bit on Discord, and I convinced them to jump in, and then we get chickens, and then yeah, the table matched with Matt the Lesser. Now Danny's making me paranoid. Make sure to check my Swarmlings math. 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I'm apt to do some really dumb stuff. So I literally need 8 workers and 14 coins, which I have. And I leave I3 empty, like, I leave I3 with nothing on it. Yeah, maybe. Is there a chance dwarves would tunnel to I3? Probably. Like, that was sort of my concern, is that like I3 is a little under pressure from dwarves, and it's my bridge to H3. But kind of wish alchemists would upgrade. But this, I don't know. I feel like 4 for 3s. I mean, it's early, it's fine, but you know. Big deal? I don't know. Doesn't seem great. But I mean, you're right that I can just Mega Town. So one thing I always struggle with is swarmlings is like, where do I want this temple? I mean, I can put it on E7. Like wherever I build the temple this round is where my sanctuary has to go. So I can just build my temple on E7, which would mean upgrading it to a TP. I'll just go H2, H3, H1, stranding. Yeah, stranding H4. Yeah, it's true. I don't need a bridge over there. Yeah, I don't really know what you're supposed to do with your second dwelling as swarmling. Sometimes I kind of feel like it's a liability. Like, why not just start F8, H9 and just town easier in Megatown? I don't know. So I got to do this real quick. I will be out of, presumably I'm getting what, like 4 leech this turn, and then my stronghold gives me 4, and with a temple, so 4, 8. So that's like, oh, and I'm burning 1. So I'm actually going to be at 700, and then I'm getting 8 power. So my power goal is going to be 061 at the end of this round. Means I probably don't get a power action next turn. My workers won't be great. I'll have 3 workers and a priest. I need 5 workers and 8 coins to, yeah, so I'm not towning next round anyhow. I'm not towning next round. I don't know. I think I still want my temple over here. Maybe I temple over here. Yeah, you're right, the double dig would probably be the easiest path for a town. What pastime am I getting next round? It's a good question. What do dwarves have left to do? Send their priest off, which they lost the spot on Earth, but they still want to get it off this round, probably because it gets them 2 coins. Alchemists are presumably building, I don't know, are they just going stronghold temple? They took workers. I've sort of lost track here. I assume they're at least building 2 things here. There's no more power actions for them to take. So maybe they have 2 more turns. Okay. I guess this is maybe just a second temple, as someone else pointed out. Or it could be a stranded stronghold. I have no idea. But they're doing one other thing. So, and what else are cultists doing? Cultists. Cultists use their power for a single dig. So he has priest to earth, earth 1, and he's ending temple 2 dwellings. So he's just building here. So I have probably one turn, and then dwarves have a turn. So I pass first onto probably just a bunch of coins. I think is what happens. So I'm just going to temple here for water 1. Yeah, it's a lot of earth 1. Kind of makes sense for dwarves in that they might not want a second temple. Maybe they just want Earth 1. Cultists, I feel like it's kind of opening Earth 1 is never great because you just want another temple at some point just for priest production, I think, for shipping on this map and just for attacking cults. So opening with something other than Earth 1, especially if you're only getting one dwelling out this round, like. You're so sad about the town not happening. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's really probably not. It's possible. I probably get 4 leech here. I'm getting 4 power income, and I need 12 power income, so I need to find 4 more power income. Here's 3, and there's 3. And I have a priest income, so here's 3. So I could take a bad pass tile, send a priest off to a cult, and then hope that I get double dig comes back to me. But dwarves have a bunch of power they're not really using. Cultists have power. Like, yeah. I don't think I can guarantee double dig, and I don't want to take like a bad pass tile unless it like guaranteed me around 2 town. So I'm probably just passing here for a bunch of coins. Unless our dwarves considering passing right now for the coins. Yep, so that they can get double dig. Alchemists aren't passing right now, I can't imagine. They have to do something with this trading post. Earth 2 or Water 2? Yeah, I hear you, George. I definitely take one of the 2s. Fire 2 is always a great option. Alright. Some expensive leech, sure. So, Matt the Lesser. Does Matt the Lesser stay in the round to build this dwelling? In which case I pass on to a spade. Send a priest off, get single spade. Then use my spade on that, build 2 dwellings next turn, and then still town up. I think either way, I'm just passing here for the spade. We'll see next round if that's doable. I think it's probably worth it. All right, so I'm just going to pass now. Grab spade. An argument for Earth 2 Swarmlings. Okay, I'll bite, but what is the argument? Easier time hitting this Cult Reward. Because here I just want to send a priest to air, presumably. It's the send a priest to a cult spot that like the cult with a 3 spot that comes with the next available rewards. I don't think I'm catching this cult reward. Unless I do manage to town up next turn and take a 2-key town. In which case I could cult spade d8. My main consideration is that I actually need power. I have to calc this out to see. This might, sorry, my Swarmlings math is really bad. Yeah, I can't town next turn. I don't have enough workers and coins and stuff. Call spade making, yeah, easier time making town. For sure. I think the thing is like even if I can spade stuff, I need 2 dwellings, which is 4 workers, 6 coins, which I don't have. So this sorry to ruin everyone's town dreams. I just don't see this happening. Not with a bunch of leech. Which I don't see why I would get any. Okay, cultists take coins before passing, makes sense. Probably just pass on to maybe temp ship, if not the 2 worker tile. It seems reasonable. I'm going to send a priest to air here. Probably just send a priest to air. Dig and build a dwelling. Upgrade to a trading post over here. And then try to pass on the big building pass tile. I think that's my round. I have a spade. Yeah. It's not like I don't really need it this round, but it was just the best pass tile for me. Alchemists will upgrade ship once at least to get here. Not the lesser upgraded ship once. Oh, that's interesting. And with temp ship, you can get to G4 and F2, which is quite nice. Does mean he might actually beat me to this hex, in which case this is just kind of dumb stuff here. It's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, H3 is getting cultivated, yeah. Actually, I'm under a lot of pretty annoying pressure because Alchemist will upgrade ship probably twice and just build here, which means this hex could get taken. I don't know how much Alchemists want to just like build down here. It just like adds more network structures that aren't like more structures that aren't apt to be part of their network, unless they can like late take this. E3, yeah, for sure. I think here I just dig this and build a dwelling. I think that makes sense. Wait. So maybe this is getting cultivated too. And I think now I just pass with a big building. If I can. Presumably, yeah, which I'm certain I can. Yeah, they might, but like... So they sent a priest off. Oh, I guess they can only upgrade shipping once. Yeah. If one more priest, they can upgrade shipping and build on C5. So they could just pass for 2 more workers. Or they could try to build out their economy. They could like upgrade shipping, build on C5, and pass for ship VP or something. Just take workers. Yeah, this temple was definitely in the wrong spot. Just in terms of getting cut off. Because I want, I don't really want to build a second temple before I build a sanctuary, but I might need to. So I can have my sanctuary part of this stuff over here. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. I don't know. This is pretty wasteful, having like this spade over here. Yeah. I don't really know where else I would have started. Anyhow, I'm getting 6 power. I probably want all of my power in my power bowl. So I'll just have almost full power. I just passed with a big building. Yeah. And I just grab this. How much are cultists winning by here? Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I can open double dig on G7. Worker to coin. Convert 2 workers to 2 coins to build a dwelling, and then just town up for 2 keys. Yeah, and then just essay the following round. I'll probably just build a temple the following round over here, even for like, I don't know. I'm glad I'm playing Stormlings, because part of the problem is like I don't play them enough to like know all the pressures. I mean, they're kind of obvious. Cultists want this stuff, and they can easily ship down here. So I assume this is just H3. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to. He could take something else if there's more pressure. I don't have shipping. But yeah, just one there, and then G5. And Alchemists. A6, C6. They only have one ship, yeah. Presumably this is just G3. It could still G2, yeah. Oh, if he cult spades it, that'll be really tempting. Oh, he has 2 spades. Oh gosh, yeah. I don't know that it is better than a 2-key town. What I don't want to do is get into a pattern of like, I've sunk resources in this stuff over here, therefore I overvalue saving it. Like, I sunk a spade here, and I built a temple. That's annoying. But, you know, am I going to break the bank to, like, make all this work? Maybe he does this to green? He probably does this to green. I think that's what I would do. So he's tempting me. I mean... Oh, and I do have coins. Oh, I thought I was going to have to work for the coin. Oh. I mean, the thing is I probably still get the 2-key town later. I just don't get it this turn. Well, no, dwarves might take it. Yeah, because they would beat cultists on a cult, which in and of itself probably just makes it worth it. Huh. Yeah, what am I getting this turn? I would just be getting 2 extra coins. Damn. I also have the coins for a dwelling. I think I have to do it. It seems kind of rough, but... Alright, it's happening. I mean, it's a perfect little sanctuary town. It's probably okay. Kiwi, you prefer G7 and 2-key. Ain't nothing wrong about it. Yeah, I don't know. Fair enough. Man, cultists are just having a good time. They got all of this stuff. This is pretty hard to get as cultists usually. But this is really good. Dwarves will be here. They will have neighbors on 3 of these hexes. This is just like a super easy, like, town in round 6 probably. They like sanctuary up here, trading posts all along there. They probably just dig this and get into some of this stuff later for expansion. They like can get over here. Yeah, this cultist game is pretty wild. Alchemists just upgrade digging. He's just been like greeting workers and is now going to upgrade digs in a round 3 dig round and have 5 workers to dig, but doesn't have his landscaper's stronghold. Cool. Maybe he just digs this if he really wants to get out. I don't know. We're not beating cultists on more than one cult anyhow. Yeah. I think here I just go priest to water. Gives me some power. Helps me get advanced on a cult. Like, there's probably not a ton of pressure on this because the rewards aren't amazing. I think that's what I do. This seems good. Maybe I win water and I don't know. Yeah, chickens, it was I mean, that was the plan, and I thought if you're still on, that you would cult spade H6 to green or something. But I think it was a reasonable guess that I might not take G2 and that I would just rush for the 2-key town. I mean, it would be very helpful here. Definitely to have the 2-key town. Like, it would pretty much mean I just like win 2 cults, but well, Alk's coming to G7 maybe. Yep, for sure. I think it was worth the risk. I mean, the other option though, I guess, that what I don't super understand is that, like, could you just cult spade H6 to green? The only downside to you is that you like don't get that hex to build on next turn, but G2 is probably still open for you late until I like advance digging. But oh yeah, so I guess chickens gets the 2-key town. This is interesting. So it's like cultists that kind of like have the worst cult position. I actually like have a decent position on a couple of cults. Dwarves are killing it with their 2-key town. Cultists just lost the cult that they're most invested in. I'm just upgrading to a trading post. At this point, my sanctuary goes here. This is really awkward. Do I upgrade here? Or do I upgrade here because next turn I town up here? What do I need? I need, next turn I'm going to need 5 workers and 8 coins for sanctuary. And I would need 2 workers and 3 coins. So that's 7 workers and 11 coins. I will have 3 worker income next turn because I'm going to TP, which means I will have 7 workers. I will have a bunch of power and 5 coin income and can pass on to some coins. I think I'm TPing here because then I think what I do is pass on to 7 coins if someone lets me. And then my first town's actually here. I town up here. I probably then just try to upgrade digs, and if G7 is still available, like dig and landscape this post SA, like round 5 or something. I don't know. A round 4 air 1 feels kind of like pretty late. So I think the plan must be for alchemists that his priority is taking e6. It allows him to connect, and this is like a sanctuary town. How much leech am I getting? I'm getting 8 power, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can take 10 power. Do I want a 2-for-1 right now? Probably. I'm not passing for any more power. Yeah. I'll take a 2-for-1. 6, 7, 8. Now I don't take any power, and I just pass now for a boatload of coins. I build a sanctuary and a dwelling. That's 5, 6, 7 workers, and 8, 9, 10, 11 coins. I will have 5 and a bunch, and yep. I'll actually have enough for double dig, which I could put my landscape on e6, but I have to do that after my sanctuary. Anyhow, I'm just passing. Passing for a bunch of coins. E6 this round? Yeah, probably. Which means that 2-for-1 might have been kind of silly, because I just paid. Yeah. So I'll get a free leech here. Yeah. Didn't like the 2-for-1. Yeah, fair enough. I kind of just feel like I've had such a slow, kind of a slow start that I just could use the extra resources. I would normally decline anything above that for sure, other than in the early rounds, but. Getting to do some digging in the dig round is pretty cool, but not so sure about this digging route without having a stronghold in your landscape down. But I guess he's just trying to hit the track. So I don't really have anything great to do with my power next round, first action, unfortunately. I doubt cultists take this, but maybe they're... I don't know Matt as a player very well. I think it's a lot of resources. Act 4, yeah. Looks like just Act 4. Hopefully I've done all the spading I need to this game. That I just upgrade digs next round. Still have 2 priest production at that point, so I probably toss my priest off to air this round. And then just upgrade digs. Oh yeah, Deranged, you play Swarmlings quite a bit, right? Are you the person that, what did I see online, like always plays Swarmlings or something? Is it sort of like a go-to, like you just toss them in quite a bit? I forget who that was. I feel like I've seen you play Swarmlings on stream before. Oh, that's AJ's meme. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I've been on Swarmlings too, even though like I don't play them enough to know how things are gonna like break very well. I don't have very good insights on them, but they're one of those factions that I always just like bid on them for no other reason other than because they're Swarmlings. Alright, so I just take coins. And then I just secure this. There's no pressure on any of the cults, so I don't need to send a priest off now. That 2-for-1 turned out to not be a disaster. Thankfully, I was able to, yeah, probably was still wrong, but they're too ridiculously robust. Yeah, and what I wish I would like to do is as just in terms of getting better with my own play is to be able to like really utilize Swarmling's robustness. Because the reason I like cultists is I don't always pay attention super well, especially if I'm streaming in games and weird stuff happens that I don't notice, but cultists always have like a get out of jail free card. There's always something that I'm usually able to like MacGyver myself out of bad situations. They're just like super robust. You can play super culty, you can not play super culty, like just get all the resources and don't lock stuff up. You can like 3 town, you can 1 town, like there's all kinds of different ways you can play cultists, and I feel like I have a good handle on the different lines. With Swarmlings, I feel like I don't nearly take advantage of like how robust of a faction they are. They're probably one of the key factions that I'm really interested in like developing my skill at. Because most of the other S-rated factions, like Darklings, Engineers, Cultists, I know the openings pretty quickly, like what the different openings are, what resources you need. Like I can just sort of like look at the past tiles, look at the leech setup, and sort of like know what's possible. But Swarmlings, like even basic stuff, like I have to count on my fingers, like what do I need to open Stronghold, Temple Dwelling, like just silly stuff like that. Like it is not just intuitive to me. We take the hex first. Yeah, so my sequence is I3, Dwelling on I3, Sanctuary H4 for Air 1, Trading Post, Cult Town, and then based on the passing, I will send a Priest off if neither of these pass tiles are open. The Priest is optional. I'd like to send a Priest off for power, but yeah, this happens first. I mean, I guess I'm always building a trading post this round. I'm always doing both. So I guess there's actually an argument that I should build the trading post first technically and SA after that because it delays giving Chickens his power until later in the round, just in case it's like the 1 power he needs to do something that I'm not seeing. So probably I actually trading post I3, I SH, SA H4 for Air 1, take a Cult Town, and then I'm ready to pass. However, I may stay in the round to send a Priest to Air. Oh yeah, Terry, you mentioned that game. Track and pass tiles. That's fun. I had a cultists game the other day that was like my dream cultists game. Yeah, if someone sends a Priest to Air between now and my turn, then I send a Priest to Air. I mean, maybe I should just send one now. But my problem with sending a Priest to Air is on the off chance that dwarves are done doing stuff and pass, and this pass tile's open, and I sent Priest to Air, but I didn't like build my Sanctuary this turn or something. Like I have to build a Sanctuary. But you're right that there's a bunch of Priests here, and that even right now I could lose Air if Alchemists send one and Cultists send one. There's enough Priests that at every turn that I don't send a Priest to Air, by the time it comes back to me, there could be a Dwarf or Alchemist Priest and a Cultist Priest, which would be super annoying. So I don't know. Yeah, I might, but getting a Priest to Air here is nice, right? With a Cult Town, it comes with 4 power. Like, well, yeah, and then I guess it doesn't actually. I'm taking Air 1 in a Cult Town this turn, so the Priest is a worker in 2 power. Yeah, anyhow. Well, am I going to regret this? Alchemist's going to send a bunch of Priests to Air. How many turns do dwarves have left? He built a stronghold. He probably wants to tunnel some. He's on the big building pass tile. Chickens can actually afford a sanctuary this turn here, which seems kind of nutty. That's just really, really tall, but it's 4 extra points this round. He probably doesn't do that. He probably just jumps around. He probably wants some tunnels and a single dig or something. No, I'm sticking with my initial plan. He has yeah, at least 3 turns. Next turn, if there's a spot in air, I put it there. I think chickens want single spade this turn. Oh, it's definitely an important consideration. I've definitely made the mistake. Well, I'm famous for making this mistake as cultist, of being like, you know, once all the 3 spots are taken, but it's sort of mid-game, there's a bunch of like spots left, of sort of just like deciding that there's no pressure on the cults, but then pretty quickly someone can send a priest to a cult, and then everyone else responds. It sort of like creates a chain reaction. I've done that on a couple, and it does matter. If you're a cult faction that has the ability to like win cults, having an extra 2, yeah, like I'm sending a priest to a cult now. And cultists will probably still win air, but if it's left open, like there's a world where I like temple for air 2 or air 3 or something. So yeah, I do this. I think this is worth it. There's also an argument for me actually building a sanctuary right now, because it would give chickens couldn't take the power. But gotta say, that looks pretty nice. Chickens has a stronghold out and can tunnel to 6 grays, right? No, can tunnel to 5 grays and build on a 6th. This landscape, for those who are on the stream, might be a bit newer, basically gives dwarves a bit of range just from this landscape. So normally you can tunnel here to here, here to here, that kind of thing, right? Just like one hop. But from here you can jump to 2 spots. So from here you could tunnel to this green if you wanted, or you could tunnel to this X. Obviously the places that he wants to tunnel here are directly up to B7, and you can tunnel to H7. And then he could always just go here. So he can now go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tunnel spots, and then just like build a dwelling there. And he can do that with his strongholds, so he can tunnel for 1 worker. Anyhow, yeah, it's a nice setup. All right, so I'm getting not enough power to care about. Cool. I'm getting 4 power, I think. Let's do Cult Town. Cult Town seems good. Favorite tile, air 1. All right, this seems sort of salvageable. So I think next turn I just probably just upgrade digs. Oh, this is so good for me. I think what this does, because alchemists didn't get here, I think alchemists are de-incentivized. Am I saying that word correctly? Grammar police, please don't at me. But it's not as interesting for them to build a bunch of stuff down here, because this is never going to be part of their network. If he had connected up here, then the alchemists would just smash this and just build stuff, and you could like be connected. But the fact that dwarves are here, he might just like leave this area of the board. Disincentivized. Thank you. Maybe it's de-incentivized in Canada. I doubt it. Would seriously love a pass style. But there aren't even any, like... Probably. That's how they say it in Alberta, I think. What's going on here? Alchemists are about to pass. Well, or they have 2 priests to do stuff. We are funny folks, Terra. Can't tell you how much I'd love Dwarves' pass style. But there's really not much I can do about it. I can 5-power priest, then send it to a cult. And then just pass next round still for not much. So my power better as coins. It's probably just better as coins. And I just pass for a priest. Seems pretty rubbish passing for a priest. I have 10 power, so 3. So I need to convert all down to coins. See, if I was a more exciting player, I would 5-power priest to fire. It's not that bad, no. It's just, it's 4 coins. It's converting 4 coins to a worker. I'm staying in the round probably for nothing else. Like, well, I probably still just pass for... Alchemist will probably still just stay in. Future worker probably 4 points as well. Alright, let's try it. I'm going to do the hipster thing. Let's do it. Yeah, it's totally a Fire 2 coming. It's now I just pass for... I mean, my plan was to upgrade Digs next round, so... Which is like, upgrade Digs. I mean, if this pass tile is just chilling here, then I could have a ridiculously short round. Because I don't need another dwelling next turn, I can upgrade this. I would like to secure this stuff, though, right? But anyhow, barring an early pass for this bonus tile, it would be like upgrading Digs twice. Now that my Sanctuary is built, I've met the requirement for the landscape. So I would upgrade Digs twice, double dig this, place a landscape, build this, just to secure it from Alchemists, and then upgrade to a trading post or something. So that's like a 5-turn round. Something like that. Okay, so I just pass here. I think still for the priest, because I'd actually like to get another priest to, like, water or something next round. Alex are getting the tile, which is pretty annoying. Okay, I'm just going to pass. Ugh, pass points are miserable. Cool. Auto leech is off. I'll be right back, folks. 1 sec. miss. So our cult is still winning this by 20. I feel like they had such an explosive start. Oh my god, I've been live for 2 hours. I know the first 30 minutes of that have been waiting. So as much as I'd love a Priest of Water here, I think I just take Act 4 again. I think this makes sense. Alchemists are trying to get west. Okay. Is this like a, does this signal Sanctuary for Fire too? I guess this is never, like you, well, if this were a dwelling, you could upgrade it obviously, but it would always be an expensive TP, so maybe this isn't a bad spot for this. Yeah. So is he our cultist sanctuarying for Fire 2 this round? And just towning up twice and then like towning up again next round? Yeah, Alchemist took that from me. That's fair. Alright, what did I say I was doing? Oh, all the cult spots are taken. Whoa. Alchemists. Holy. Okay, I'm just upgrading digs. Alchemists still don't have a stronghold. Surely Alchemists are building a stronghold here this round and towning up. Unless they want it in a different location, because they're also planning 3 Fire 2 towns or something. Unless they like TP stronghold here and like, I don't know. This is going to be tricky for them to town in here because they need one of these 2 hexes. I guess they're digging. They can dig stuff, but this is obviously the cheaper of the hexes for Alchemists. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone is priests, and they all just super look like workers. Yep. Yeah, this would have been really nice. So, honest question, was Priest of Water there better than Act 4? I'm guessing the answer is going to be probably yes. Everyone has a ton of coins. Well, cultists would take it. I don't know. I just default take coins. But like the difference between, you know, me being on spot 6. Yeah, like this is, me getting this priest would have meant a lot. It's probably like a 4-point priest. In which case, like, I just traded 4 points and it would have been 2 power. Yeah, that's the thing. Matt takes a coin town, then it's helpful. Because I just traded, like, I mean, I actually might still win water. I don't know if Tharn's the type of player, Tharndil, I'll just call him Tharn on the stream. We'll take water too here. Like at some point to lock it up. Because if not, I might very well like water 3 or something later. There's the coin town. Yep. And the next one is Cult Town. I mean, he doesn't get a step here, but it still looks pretty good. I think I would just Cult Town here. Yep. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then he'll just... Does he down convert? Presumably, unless he's really eyeing up double spade. You might take the 11 point or priest. Yeah. I think just because it's hard for there to be much movement on these cults anymore, and this is quite congested, there's definitely some points here, and this is like pretty annoying to me. Like, I can win one of these probably if I'm willing to like temple, which I should start thinking about actually. Because it's round 5. Building a temple to lock up a swing of 8 points against an opponent is not unreasonable. He can't take it in a turn unless he temples, which I don't think he would do. But as soon as he's here... Anyhow, I'm going to upgrade digs again. I'm also, like, as much as I play, like, cultists and I like chaos magicians, I tend to play, like, some culty factions quite a bit, but I'm not much for, like, templing for 3 steps and stuff, but I have to remember that, like, with swarmlings, that's totally viable and like, important. Like, that's actually pretty good point conversion for swarmlings to just build a random temple. Doing it too early is pretty gross because you want this extra income. And especially now, priests are even less helpful. So like having the 3 priest income isn't super exciting. But yeah. Yeah, building a temple allows me to build another trading post. So I can use my ability this round. No, I think I need to build a temple just to use my stronghold ability, right deranged. I use it this round, and then I'm out of trading posts. And then I build a temple, and I have 1 left, which I just use for this next round. So I think I'm always building a temple. I mean, swarmlings are always building like 1 temple. Oh, I need fire too. Yeah. So I'm building 2 temples. I'm building a temple for fire too, and a temple for something that'll lock up a cult. Fire 2 and air 3. Or air 2 just for style points, but yeah. I think air 2 is kind of cooler, isn't it? After towning up. Yeah. So I'm going to dig this and build a landscape and take a 11-point town. Which I think I do now. I think now that I've upgraded digs, I think I just slam a landscape in here. And I town up for the 11-pointer. So I have to use my Swarmling's ability, my Stronghold ability. And I want to do that next, just on the off chance that alchemists pass. Alchemists have the pass tile that I want, and I go directly after them. So I basically stay in the round until alchemists pass, and then pass onto this going into the last round. Which is really helpful that alchemists ended up on this. Now, I'd actually just like to stay in the round for a bit, and because I have upgraded diggings, I can stall quite a bit. But he still has quite a few resources. So I think in terms of sequencing, I want to build a trading post. So I don't want to pass without using this. I think that's what I do probably first. I don't think this is under a ton of threat. Alchemists would need to upgrade shipping anyhow to dig it, but yeah, I mean, I will always, if they upgrade shipping, then I'll have to build that. So I think I trading post. I'm conspiring about how I win 2 cults. Thank you, appreciate it. I'd like to beat some of these players, for sure. Bat and Chickens are both pretty strong players. So, we'll see. Thanks, always Deranged, for tuning in and hanging out in chat and stuff. Who else have we got in chat? Chickens is still kicking around. Ghostly, Heroic, Hubert, Jekyll, Kiwi, Terra. Alright, so we see the first pass from Cultists, which makes sense. He just wants to pass onto the ship VP. Looks pretty nice. Hey folks, Danny getting back. Good to have you back. Deranged just left me to go watch basketball. I needed him. So glad to have you around. Hey Jekyll. I admittedly don't watch basketball, so I don't really know if there's a big game or something going on tonight. Danny, you Habs fan? Or are you a Nordiques fan? Habs, yeah. Nordiques was kind of a joke, but... yeah, half of my family, mom's side, are all like hardcore Habs fans, and then the other side of my family on my dad's side are all like hardcore Leafs fans, so it's a good rivalry. Best hockey game I've ever seen in my life. Well, it was actually a terrible game. The Leafs lost terribly, but was going to see Leafs versus Habs in Montreal at the Bell Center. I think, is that what the Habs Stadium's called? It's just like an awesome game. It's like such a fun rivalry between those two teams, and like, yeah, being in, it's actually a little intimidating wearing like Toronto Maple Leafs jersey in the Bell Center, but it was a good time. That's like one of the best arenas to watch hockey in live, is the Montreal, the rink that the Habs play in. There's just like, I don't know what it is about that, but there's just like so much energy, and the way it's built, you're super close to the ice. Anyhow, it's awesome. Back to the game. So I've been trying to conspire about how I could lock up 2 cults, and if I knew how many turns alchemists were in, The most efficient thing for me to do here is to water 2, use a priest bump in air, and then use my water 2 bump to lock it up. Because then next round I could water bump and priest bump in. The problem with that line is that I would need to use the water 2 step this turn. Like, I can save my priest for next round. Cultists probably won't temple in to air. So I'd want to be like on step 9 using my water 2 bump. It's pretty greedy, but that's what I'm thinking. I just need to think about that. It's kind of risky. What else are alchemists doing? They're on 2 ship. I have to secure this now. So let's just do that then. I don't think he's going to take this because, again, this isn't part of his network, but I think that was a smart move. Yeah, the ambiance was great. Yeah, we had like cheap seats when we went, like sort of nosebleeders. I couldn't get over how close to the ice I felt. We bought tickets for like Leafs Habs for like $100. And my uncle came with, who's a Habs fan, and my brother and I are Leafs fans. So we both had like, he had his Habs jersey, we had our Leafs stuff. We sat together, and you know, it's just like, it's so sick. Things I can't wait to do post-COVID is like, yeah, go to a Habs game. Anyhow, sorry for all the hockey talk for people who are from places where hockey is not everything. Yeah, they're really expensive. Okay, so alchemists are going over there. One good thing, just to stay on hockey briefly, one good thing about living in Ottawa, where I do, is Senators tickets are cheap as anything. So you can see us, like, obviously going to Toronto to see Toronto is like ridiculously expensive. But if you can go to the Canadian Tire Center here in Ottawa, or it's in Canada, and see like the Senators versus the Leafs, you can get tickets for like $80. So what was that all about? So he upgraded on the shipping track. He dug this, put his landscape down, upgraded on the shipping track. How many more turns does this guy have left? I guess he's just building dwellings. He builds, he digs. All right, I'm going to do it, guys. This one's for you, George. If he passes right now, then this is really bad. But he also might be trying to stall me out. And he's a digging faction, and he has a stronghold now, and he has 6 workers effectively, which means he can, like, stall for quite a bit. So my next order of business is water 2 bump on air. Okay, so he's playing a bit faster. He's not trying to stall out. I'm declining that. Wait, did he convert his power down? Okay, he did. He converted down for coins and then dug. Okay, so I'm using my water 2 bump on air. Now I just lock up air. I've been so distracted talking about hockey that I totally realized that there isn't as much pressure here as I thought because the other two players are passed. I don't need to be ready to pass as soon as alchemists do. I can just play my turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there fire 2 pressure? Yeah, not really. There's kind of pressure on this X from alchemists. He, again, almost certainly doesn't actually want this. I can dig it and build a dwelling this turn by converting some install more. Yeah. So I think what I do is I just dig and build a dwelling. I want to do this anyhow, so I might as well look at the worker income now. And I need to convert. I think this makes sense. I mean, I'm converting power to a worker. And I might need coins, is the only downside to this. And then I just need to build a temple and pay for a trading post. Oh, which is super annoying. No, I can use my trading post or my stronghold ability to town up. But then I am going to want to pay for a trading post somewhere. Because I'm going to temple for fire 2 and then pay for a trading post, which means I'm going to need to like dig something that's next to someone. So there's an argument that this dwelling is somewhere else. Because if I do this turn, it's just saving me a worker. But if I just dig this next round when I can afford it and put my dwelling there, then I'll pay to upgrade this manually. I think. Sorry folks, this is painful. I'm just like not. I think what makes sense here is I convert this. I need a temple. I need a dwelling. I need 3. I would need a dig. No, I'm just doing what I was going to do. This is better. I like this. Honestly don't know if that was correct or not. I am just running out of time, and so that may have been incorrect. But I am going to just do some math here. So counting structures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to get to 12 with fire 2. So I need a temple. Temple is going to go there probably. Need a temple for fire 2. Get a couple bit of power. Hopefully this will actually help me win some points here. I will temple, which gives me 2 trading posts. I will build a trading post, which brings me to 11 points of structure. So then I need the dwelling to town up, and then I just pay for a trading post somewhere. So let's assume I go D9. I'm paying a bunch of workers just to save 4 coins. We'll map it out here. So this is 3 workers, 3 digs, a dwelling. I build 1 trading post the cheap way. You can reach 12 power with your free TP and your manual TP. No extra dwelling now. That's true. So I would just pay for, let's do this again. I don't need a dwelling. I pay for a temple and 1 trading post that I pay for, but that costs extra. Because I would stronghold action here and then just build this one. So I'm literally just building a temple and a trading post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 2 extra coins here. So that's going to be, no, it's like 4 extra coins than that. So it's 14 coins and 6 workers, or in other words, 20 resources, of which 6 have to be workers. 16 in power, priests, and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm okay here. No one can take coins, and I actually might take coins at some point. I think what I actually want to do is just try to lock up water. Matt the Lesser, build a dwelling. I think what I'm going to do is do this. I also have to watch and make sure there's no Fire 2 pressure. There's 2 copies left. Alchemists can't take it. So it would only, yeah. Dwarves don't want it. Okay, there's no Fire 2 pressure. So if I can win this call, I mean, I don't think alchemists want to spend. Oh, he can't temple. What am I talking about? All these pressures that I think exist do not. I'm already so slow playing and streaming. This must be so painful. So I'm playing Swarmlings and I'm like, don't know what's up. So he can't take this. I just get this with a priest whenever I want it. So cultists can take coins now. So am I just being really greedy, kind of annoying, taking coins and doing this the slow way? The only thing I'm doing is putting off a town. Cultist will get a town. I'm just getting 1 more town, and it's a priest town. There's going to be 1 left for me. Yeah, I think I'm just doing this. What does FTW mean? I'm taking coins. Does that mean coins for the win? Yeah, all right. So I don't really feel like I have a ton of pressures here, because I'm getting a priest town, and it doesn't matter how slow I am, really. I mean, I guess alchemists are going to eventually 2 town. So how many? Yeah, well, I'm templing for Fire 2. I'm sending a priest to water. In a perfect world, I would send a priest to water before I take a priest down. And then, yeah, I'm just upgrading ship a bunch. Stronghold action. And pay for TP. And I need to do both. So I need 3 moves before I town. And ideally, I send a priest to water before I town. So what I'd like to do is send a priest to water. Delay giving people. I don't have to give anyone leech. I'm going to stronghold action H9. Temple H9 for Fire 2. Manual TP an I8. And I'm going to priest to water before all that, which means I town in 4 turns. The only slight concern is if dwarves Fire 2 blocked me. It would be a little annoying. I don't think he does. I think he just wants to build out trading posts and stuff. So I'm just doing this. I mean, the way I win this is by being greedy and not being punished for any of it. And what's even greedier is delaying my fire 2 until I trading post down here to prevent giving people leech. I mean, that would be the perfect sequence. A stronghold action H9, temple for fire 2, pay for a TP here, take a priest down, upgrade ship a couple times. Yeah. Chickens isn't trying to fire 2 block me. But I think this might be fire 2. Okay. I don't know. Oh, really? 2 points one way or another between you and me? Is it between you and me? I guess we both have pretty good cults. You have 2 8s and a 2 and probably 0 on water, so 18 cults. I have 16. Cultists might pass me. I'll be conservative and cultist 2 points here. 18. So I have 18 to 20 on the cults. Who's winning network here? I don't know. No idea. Just gonna temple for fire 2. Yeah, so this game started out kind of ugly, but alright, cultists are ready to town up pretty much. Next move. Oh, he doesn't have... Oh, this is the town. Yeah, I was going to say he's out of... It's probably just a priest town, eh? He can actually... He has a priest in the supply. Probably just wants more points. He already has ship advanced completely. He has a dwelling left, so he can get down to... 15 structures. Dwarves get down to 15 structures. I don't think either of them get like a whole other temple trading post. No. So they're just 15 structures. Cointown. Okay, so cultists are making a push. What does that mean? Upgrading digs? Trying to temple TP dwelling? Like get out 2 more dwellings? But I just don't know where they would go. I don't really super know what that Cointown's for. What am I not seeing? I don't know. My thinking time is going to be absurd in this one. When I feel like I'm playing a fast arena game, I'm like 25 minutes. And I've like literally run my clock down multiple times. Cultist taking a coin town is actually nice because I realized, not that I would have done anything different, I guess, because I did want to lock up water, but if Cultists had taken a priest town there, Alchemists can town up in their next move, either with Fire 2 or a trading post, so I would have lost out on a priest town. So I was a little slow getting this town. It ended up turning out fine because, I mean, Alchemists might want a worker town anyhow, but I was in a position where I could have lost it on a priest town. Worker town. Okay, so I'm just paying for a trading post and towning up, and I just take a priest town. I can't imagine anything's better than a priest town, so I'm just gonna do it. Just pay for that. Expensive. So, what am I doing with the rest of my resources? Cultists have 3 priests, which just looks like bump bump. I mean, dwarves will just lock it up the moment he gets up there, but I think cultists just come in second. Yeah. I don't think there's really much else to do here for me other than just, there's nothing else I can temple for that's good. There's no way I can steal fire. Yeah. There's a world where if I was on spot 7, I might like temple for fire 3. But that's the end of that. And cultists have their landscape. There's no way with him with 2 priests. I mean, he can just get up to the 9th spot. So, like, my cult positions are locked in. I have 0 here, 8, 8, and this is just going to be 2. So I think I just upgrade ship. How many resources do I have? 5. I have 10. So I don't think this matters, but I'm gonna try to just sneak free half coin out of Alchemists. Yeah, that doesn't actually matter. Because I'm upgrading ship. Assuming I get this free resource, I will have 4 coins, 7 coins. I need 8 coins. So if I get this, there's actually an argument to convert all 3 workers to coins and 1 power to a coin and upgrade ship, and then accept a 2-for-1 for a 3rd ship upgrade. So I think that's the perfect world scenario, is that Alchemists build next to me. But he's not going to upgrade next to me twice. There isn't anything I could, now that I have a shipping, I don't think there's anything I could disrupt. Okay. Okay. How does Matt get to 16 structures? Oh, now I can't even get a free resource. That was my only chance. I have to actually convert power. Is this even worth it? So if I did this, I'd be left with 3 resources, which is a point. If I accepted a 3 for 2, I could go from 1 point to 4 points by losing 2 points. I think it's technically better for me to convert my workers down and give myself the opportunity for an extra point. Because I don't think these priests are helpful on the cults. Can never have enough coins, apparently. So it's worth an extra point to me if alchemists build a trading post on E8. I think I'm 141 here. And these guys are both going to get to 15 structures. Or can cultists not get another dwelling out? He would need to hard dig. You need 6. Oh no, he can. Ah, alright. So I will decline that leech. Yeah. So I think at this point, I mean, alchemists aren't gonna do anything anywhere anyhow. I might as well just priest bump this. It's just converting a priest into a coin. Yeah, it literally doesn't matter. So yeah, so these guys both get to 15 structures. Which means cultists have 15 network points, 9 ship BP pass points. He has air 1 for 4. He's sitting at 90. This will be 92 because he's got Earth 1. He has 8, 12, probably 14 call points. 0 resource is 90, 100, 110, 119, 134. So I beat cultists here. I don't know, chickens. I mean, I'm tired and it's late, but I thought, I don't know, someone correct me. Did I say 140 something? 16, 17, 18. 18 cult, obviously 0 network. I pass for 8 and I pass for 4. And I have a resource point. So that's 26. plate. I have 31 more points. I'm 141. Cultists are 134. Maybe I do pull off a win here. Chickens passes for 4. Has 18 cults, 15 network, 1 resource. Is 33, 38. More coming in. So he's 135. And then alchemists are 6, 12, 124 plus whatever this stuff means. Nerf 1 point. If it's even worth it. I don't know. 125. Yeah, so it's a pretty close game. 125 alky. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I was lucky to get, because I needed all the resources that I had. There's nothing I can do with my power. Choice pass here. I think G2 was risky. I think it was good because ultimately it shut down a town from a close competitor. Digs in the dig round aren't ever bad. I didn't get the 2-key town. It cost me the 2-key town, but I still managed to get 2 cults because of the priests that I sent off. I didn't get the greatest cult rewards this game. I got no coins and no, like, well, a coin or whatever, and no spades. I guess I got some workers. But yeah, like, I fought water, which was less competitive. Because there were no water cult rewards. I don't know, some things like that kind of worked. Yeah, getting 2 cults without 2-key, and like the fact that alchemists didn't disrupt me down here, which made sense that they didn't because it was never going to be part of their network unless they secured this, but still, they're a digging faction and this is a blue and a black. Like, I mean, I guess I could have gone up here, but it just would have been expensive, right? And like, I used all the resources that I had. This isn't one of those Swarmlings games where I just ended up with a bunch of workers that get converted to resource points. Like, I actually used all my stuff. So, it would have been annoying if this had to be any more expensive. Like, even the build last turn, I think, turned out to be correct, because, like, that extra worker was helpful and stuff, so. Yeah, it's always nice to see, like, a solid Dwarves game on this map. So. I really don't want to look at the thinking time here. This is just going to be really ugly, but let's do it. Oh, 36 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Thanks, chickens. Thanks for hanging out in chat. For sure. It was an interesting game. Great job playing Dwarves. Super fun to see them played. I think they're a faction that a lot of people are scared to play on this map. There's like a lot of hatred for Dwarves in this early season from sort of the expert community that I think scared people off. And I think for good reason. Like, Dwarves obviously have lots of problems on this map. But I think sometimes people are like a little too afraid to play them, so it's nice to, myself included. So yeah, it was just like really nice to see a solid Dwarves game Just gonna quickly look at some of this some of the breakdown here. In terms of power actions, I got 3 7-coin actions and used all those coins. That was really helpful. And dwarves didn't get a coins action. Cultists got the other 2. I guess coins didn't get taken 1 round. Interesting. Alchemist took a bunch of workers. Makes sense. Dwarves, chickens, you took 3. You took 4 priest actions. Classic lakes. Only 1 bridge taken. Yeah, that's really interesting. You took a double spade once, single spade twice, a worker's action, no coins actions, and then 4 priests. And then where do the points break down here? Yep. Only lost 5 victory points for power. Was awarded 123 VP, but I started with a bunch and didn't leech any, so that's all good. Exchange track, so I have 17 on technology, 18 cult. I was lucky to get that for sure. Got 3, I guess, high VP towns at the end. I lost out on 2 key, but what did I take? Cult, a cult, 11 and 9. Yeah, that's pretty helpful. Yeah, the bonus card situation was super rough. 12 points. What was that? I guess I would have gotten the Stronghold Sanctuary bonus twice, once with the Stronghold and then once when I had both of the big buildings. And then I just had like I templed for Water 1 in round 1, so I smashed Favorite Tile points pretty well. And didn't kind of hit the track. I got 4 points in the dig round, which was helpful. One of my big buildings out in the big building round. And then a bunch of some trading posts. Yeah, it wasn't super good there, but anyhow, managed to get enough points together. Yeah, you see them on Fire and Ice. Yeah, which in and of itself is not. Oh yeah, chickens, you don't play. You haven't played base very much. This is super interesting. Dwarves are pretty decent on. Base map. Like they're okay. Base map isn't their best map. I'm not sure if you've played much Fjords, but Fjords they're definitely like really good on. Base map, but on base map they're pretty decent. Especially with landscapes. Landscape dwarves are definitely super viable in a lot of setups on base map. Fire and Ice though, they're also super hard, and then the lakes they're even worse. Yeah, the priest actions for sure. You took 4 of them. Yeah, cool. Well, awesome, folks. I'm gonna end this stream. I was live for 30 minutes before I even got a table, and then played for like a 2.5 hour game. So I've now been live for almost 3 hours, which is really insane. I was just gonna come upstairs for a quick arena game as a nightcap, but it turned into a 3-hour stream. Yeah, for sure. Chickens, hit me up. I'm always down for playing base map, and there's always like people that are willing to get together just for random tables. So like, I don't know, people on this stream too. Like if you just want to tool around and just do like you could even come on stream and just do like a random game sometime. Like nothing fancy. I'm sure like Danny B or Ryan or whoever would be around to just like do like a voice call and just like, we don't even have to stream it, but just to like play base map and mess around and just like, yeah, play while on a voice call. I really like playing games on voice calls with people and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, hit us up. Definitely up for playing some base map after F2O's over. Yeah, otherwise, thanks everyone. Really appreciate you sticking around for so long and cheering me on and stuff. Always nice to get a win. Hope everyone has a good Sunday evening and a good start to your week next week. And for any of the Canadians, an early happy Canada Day to everyone. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good night. Bye for now.